¿Qué pasa, YouTube? Okay, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to week number 6 of PPL Season 5. If you guys are excited for this, make sure to leave a like. The question of the day will be in the actual battle itself. If you guys want to go ahead and skip to that, you can go ahead and do so. We are taking on the Donphanatic, who I've not played in years, like forever, right? Oh, actually, I don't think me and him have played. I'm not sure, but if we've crossed paths, it has not been any time recently. I think he is also at the same record that we are at. We are both sitting 4-1. So a win here locks us for playoffs, and hopefully we can win. So looking at this matchup here, Donphanatic has a very scary squad. Gouging Fire plus Terra Keldeo is absurdly terrifying to deal with. Zapdos and Mox was a giant issue just because Zapdos is annoying and it can hacks me, which sucks because Hurricane and Discharge are super problematic. Mesprit, along with Keldeo being his Terra options, are both really annoying. The Basculegion and Ogerpon are very scary offensive threats that could maybe come to this matchup. DUDUNSPARCE, Donphan, Umbreon form a very scary, bulky defensive core, so definitely got to watch out for those. And then Ribombee and Revavroom are kind of there as setup threats. Webs could be a little bit annoying if he does bring the Ribombee, but I'm not too concerned about that. And then Revavroom has some merit to come to this game, but I could see it potentially not coming. So looking at our first team member here, we got our Terra Captain Ogerpon, rocking protective pads, encore 3 attacks. I really struggled to figure out what exactly I wanted to run on Ogerpon in this matchup, but these 4 moves helped out in my mocks, and in certain scenarios if I did have a different move, then that could cause other problems or cause something else to be a giant issue. But we are running enough speed to outspeed everything except for the Ribombee, because we at least speed tie with his Ogerpon, which if anything, if worse comes to worse, we just Terra and then outspeed it, right? So that shouldn't be entirely too bad. Our next team member is going to be Darkrai, our team captain Blackbeard, rocking a nice choice spec set. All 3 of these moves do some pretty significant damage to the Donphanatic squad, and between Psyshock and Sludge Bomb, I'm not too concerned about his potential Terras on Keldeo or the Mesprit, I think. So that's pretty nice. And then if worse comes to worse, a wall is annoying, I can just trick it and that will hopefully deal with that. But yeah, I definitely see Darkrai putting in some good work here. Our next mon is going to be our Rapid Fu, Water Fu, Urshifu, Rapid Strike with Punching Gloves, Dual Stab U-Turn, and Scary Face. Scary Face is nice because dropping the speed on his potential speedy threats can definitely come in handy. And then we are rocking a little bit of bulk to better handle something like a DD, Gouging Fire, maybe take some physical hits for something like the Donphan, the Umbreon, or maybe a physical Basculegion. But the main idea behind Urshifu is just kind of come in, click buttons, weaken things, and do damage, and then go from there. So our next team member is going to be our other Terra captain in Terra Rock Iron Crown. Yes, Terra Rock, I know seems a little odd, but if you look at his team, his only rock resist is the Donphan, and if we force Keldeo to Terra, then we can just spam Terra Blast Rock. So in theory, this can definitely work. But there's a chance that we do play Donphanatic in playoffs. So if worse comes to worse, we can always change things up. And obviously, we don't want to bring our A game here to a potential playoff rematch. But I think this set still, in theory, does do some good work because it can revenge kill a good majority of his squad. And then as long as the Revavroom doesn't come, or if Donphan doesn't come, I'm not worried if Keldeo is his only rock resist. So I'm really hoping this set can actually put in work. It would be funny to win with Terra Blast Rock though, because when do people run Terra Rock? Nobody ever runs Terra Rock on anything. So our next mon here is going to be Landorus, our Stealth Rocker, of course. Earthquake U-Turn, Stealth Rock staples, and then Rock Tomb as our final move. We are rocking a very Spadef bulky variant of Lando because I found myself in mocks always switching this in on Zapdos, whether it be defensive or offensive. It's about a 3 or 4 hit KO, and that's if he hits all his Hurricanes. Keep in mind, Hurricane is 70 base accuracy, so there's a good shot that he misses one or two, and then from there we can't take advantage of stuff. Rock Tomb, I was really debating on maybe having a different move, but Rock Tomb is able to deal with his speedy threats and stop anything from boosting its speed. It also does still do good damage to the Zapdos depending on the kind of set that he is running. And then our final team member, of course, is going to be Big Dog, the Toxapex, rocking a very mixed defensive spread here because, again, I just need this to pivot in and out, and not be set up on, which is really nice, which is why we have Haze. Toxic is pretty free against everything as long as he doesn't have Terra Poison on something or he doesn't have the Reverum. So that's going to come in really handy. And then Gunshot for Stab. Mental Orb is just in case he has something like Taunt Ogerpon or Taunt on the Keldeo. So that is our squad. With that being said, we win this game, we lock playoffs. If we don't win, then we do have a tough game for us in week 7. So with that being said, let's jump into the battle. All right, here we are with week number 6 of PPL season 5. We are taking on the Donphanatic. His channel link will be down below. I don't think I've actually ever played Donphanatic, but if you guys don't know who he is, check him out. He's been having a great season. So he's got Terra Electric on the Keldeo, which is very scary. So Donphan and Bascule Legion are 2 mons I did not expect. If you guys are excited for this, make sure to like, leave a comment answering the question of the day. So my original lead was going to be Crown, but he's got Donphan. I almost want to lead Urshifu because he could lead Donphan, and I mean, if he leads Zapdos, then Crown doesn't pair that much better into it, I think. I don't know. I feel like my gut is telling me to lead Urshifu, but I could be wrong, but we'll see here. So yeah, he brought stuff I was not expecting, which I feel has happened every week this season, but it is what it is. We are currently sitting at 3-1. No, we are 5-1. 4-1? 5-1. Yeah, this is week 6. No, we're 4-1. If we win this match, though, we do make playoffs. So, of course, he leads off with Zapdos. This was like the worst case, absolutely worst case scenario of all time. I need to switch right into Landorus, unfortunately. Maybe he'll think that we're Scarfed. Maybe he'll think we're Sashed, and he won't attack. If I had led Crown, then I could have Volt Switched, I guess. But it's fine. I hope, anyways. So he's going to go for the Hurricane, most likely, and he's going to hit. No, he Volt Switches. Okay. I mean, that's fine. This does allow me to go either for the Rock Tomb or go for the U-Turn. You could switch into Donphan here. I almost want to go for U-Turn, but I don't really have the best answer to this Zapdos. So we know he's got Volt Switch, though. So if anything, I could Stealth Rock, force in Donphan, and then go from there. So he does go for the Hurricane. Hits. Doesn't get the confusion. Thank you. Thank you. Does not get the confusion. And I'm going to go for Rock Tomb here. I'm surprised he went for the Hurricane there. I thought he might have switched out. Volt. And the mocks I did, Hurricane hit and got the confusion every time on my Landorus the first time I switched in Landorus on Zapdos. So luckily it didn't happen here. But we are going to get up our rocks so we can go for the Rock Tomb here. Losing Lando could be a little bad though. That Gouging Fire is a problem. However, though, getting rid of Zapdos is also really good. I didn't go for a Rock Tomb initially just because I thought he would switch out. He did 152, so I don't think he's running a lot of special attack investment. None at all. He hits another one. As we can go for the Rock Tomb. Okay, that did some good damage. Let's see. We are not faster than him, which is good. Hold on. Is that better? That might be better, yeah. 55, 60, 65. We did what, 35 to him? So he's definitely running a lot of bulk on this, but I'm just going to go for it again, I think. I don't mind if he wants to try and roost, that's fine. As we drop his speed once more, he could go for the roost. Okay, so he could go for the Hurricane again. He won't knock us out though. But at 80%, do we have a chance to knock him out? Maybe. Depending on his bulk investment, we could knock him out here with 2 Rock Tombs. Or, again, there's a chance he misses the Hurricane. As we're going to go for it again, it looks like he's just staying in, trying to 1v1 me with this. 70 accuracy, man. He goes for the Roost. Maybe he thought I would switch. He could go for Hurricane here again. I'm fine with Rock Tombing, I think. Yeah. I was debating between Stone Edge and Rock Tomb. But even if I had Stone Edge, the Zapdos would have still beat me down 1v1. So he's sitting at 92% if he wants to switch out here. Or he could just go for Hurricane again, as he does switch. So he's at 92. Keep that in mind. In comes the Donphan, maybe? No, Bascule Legion, okay. We hit the Rock Tomb, thank you! And we get the speed drop on him. So he's sitting at 65, it looks like. So we did what, like 53? Hold on. Alright, so we did some good damage to him. I don't think an Earthquake here will knock him out. We do outspeed him though, which is good. So I'm just going to go for U-turn. Yeah, I don't think we would knock him out. This could just be very defensive. I don't know if he wants to go for a water move or what he wants to do, but I think maybe Toxapex should be fine here. He could go for the flip turn. He does go for flip turn, okay. So we bring him down to about 50% at least. So Zapdos could come in here. Honestly, if Zapdos comes in, with him being defensive, I'm really not concerned about that actually. Would that be a problem? I could probably just go for Toxic. He has no Toxic switching whatsoever. He's got no Steel type. He's got no Terra Steel type either. This is scary though. What does this do? I think I Toxic here. Well, if he subs, that could be a problem. No, I don't think he would be sub, though. I'm gonna Toxic. He is sub. Oh, shoot. That could be a problem. I'm going to make a really risky switch into Ogre here because if he goes for a setup move, Earthquake, okay. He did what, 62 to us? So he definitely has attack investment on this. So I'm going to go for Encore here. And lock him into this. Okay, so the downside is that we don't break his sub, maybe. I'm gonna Rock Tomb. So he's gonna switch. Okay. Sub EQ, and he's at 75, and he's got the boots. Oh, this is nice. Okay, good. So we get some good damage on Zapdos. I think I knock off here because he could go for Roost. I could make a hard switch into... I think I knock off. I want to get rid of this thing's boots, I think. There's also a chance he goes for the Roost, right? Hurricane, and he misses! Oh, that's huge! Okay, that's really good for us. That is good for us. So now he's got to choose between going for Hurricane or trying to Roost. I think I'm going to go into Crown here. I could Terra, and I could go for the Terra Blast, as he does go for the Hurricane. Oh, are you serious? Okay, I have no idea what happened, but I think we hit ourselves in confusion, unfortunately. I'm going to make an aggressive switch here into Urshifu, because he either goes for Rapid Spin, I think, or maybe the Ice Spinner. So he's going to spin. But we might still be faster than him, which is nice. So I could just go straight for the Surging Strikes here, I think. Even if he brings in Bastion Legion, that's not the worst thing ever. He's like at 94%. He went for the spin, obviously. Spin, 94. So rocks aren't up, which sucks. That Gouging Fire is a giant problem, man. Not to mention, he still has Keldeo on the back, which is also really problematic. The DUDUNSPARCE also kind of annoying if it sticks around too long. So, what's he want to do here? And I think with Bastion Legion being so low, with it taking a hit earlier, it might not live two of our Surging Strikes here. Yeah, so he brings in the Bastion Legion. This should be a straight 2 KO on this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And the next hit will knock him out. If he's got Aqua Jet, he could go for it here, but I don't think that's entirely too bad. Keldeo could then come in here, which could be a little annoying. Would U-turn knock this out? It might be just really bulky. Actually, U-turn would knock this out. So might that be my better play, actually. I'm going to U-turn. Yeah, he Aqua Jets. Okay. As we knock him out, down goes the Bastion Legion, and we get our first KO. So what do I want to bring in here? Darkrai? Darkrai might not be bad, actually. Ogre pairs well against whatever he's got left. Zapdos is pretty low. I think. We got rid of its boots, which is good. Pex invites the gouging, which sucks. Darkrai invites the Keldeo, which is also a little scary. I think Ogerpon should be fine here. Ogre still kind of comes in handy, but it also should handle most of what he brings in. So he brings in the gouging. I could go into Urshifu here, as we should take anything he wants to go for. Rock Tomb in this is also not bad, just weakening it in general. Yeah, I don't really have a good answer to this. I think I'm just gonna Rock Tomb and just do some damage. This was my plan if it was gouging against Ogerpon, just Rock Tomb and then Encore it as it goes for the Heat Crash. Okay, so sub EQ Heat Crash. What this does allow though is for me to bring in Darkrai. Urshifu might not do the most here, actually. Yeah, I can bring in Darkrai, I just click Dark Pulse. Even if he brings in the Keldeo, we still do about 40% to that, which is nice. He's about 51. I think he might just be offensive, honestly. He might have a lot of attack, but maybe no bulk. So I think I just Dark Pulse here. At 51, we should knock him out pretty easily. And we smack Keldeo coming in. Gouging is at 51. DUDUNSPARCE, okay. Oh, that did a lot. That did 49%. Do I risk this? Funny enough, at +2 he might outspeed actually. I think I still just Dark Pulse. Come on, come on. We did some good damage, come on. Come on, what's it gonna do? As he goes for Roost. Okay. He's at +2 speed now though. So I could go for it again. I'm worried he goes for Glare. I think I can afford to bring in Pex here and then just Toxic something. So he's got Roost, Rattle. I was not expecting Rattle. But yeah, he's running a lot of Spadef. As he goes for the Glare. Ah, oh, darn it. I Toxic either way here. As he switches, come on. Oh, please don't get parried. Second Zap Pimpin. If we get a Toxic off, this is great. We get the Toxic off, that's great. Okay, so the Dun was pretty healthy. He definitely wants to go for Roost here, right? I'm gonna make an aggressive switch into Darkrai. He could go for Roost. If he Hurricanes, that's great. If he Volt Switches, Heat Waves, awesome. No burn? No burn, thankfully. And here, I think we just Dark Pulse. And down goes Zapdos. Okay, good. Zapdos is gone. It's one giant nuisance out of the way. Donphan is still really healthy. Keldeo is taking no damage. DUDUNSPARCE is really healthy with Rattled apparently, and Glare. And then Gouging Fire is a huge issue because it's still sitting at about 51%. So, what comes in? Plot Twist to Keldeo. No, DUDUNSPARCE, okay. Do I go back into Pex though? If he glares my Darkrai, Am I completely useless here? What else do I need this for? I think it might be worth Dark Pulsing. I'm gonna Dark Pulse. I'm gonna risk it. He gets the rattled. We do good damage though. As he roosts. Ah! I thought he might switch out. I really did. So that's his second one. He's down to 6. I think I just bring in Pex here. Because he might think that I just want to stay in the weaken this, which makes perfect sense. I think. If he pulls a double, great play on his end. He goes for the glare. This is great. I just toxic again. Nothing he has wants to get toxic. Donphan, I'm not gonna lie, Donphan being around is actually really annoying. Earth power, decent damage. A crit. Spadef drop. Are you... Okay, that was... I got crit, Spadef dropped, and I got fully paralyzed. What? What do I do against that? I don't... that sucks. Okay. I mean, he missed a hurricane, I guess. Goes for the boom burst and knocks us out as it's another crit. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. Am I doing something wrong? I think this just wins now. If I'm being... I think this honestly just wins. Because I don't know what I do here. Getting a toxic off on this would have been great. If he didn't get the Spadef drop, that's fine. I stay in and I just roost. I don't know. I'm gonna flinch. Oh, damn it. And he just roosts again. That's literally the worst turn that could have happened. He crit us, Spadef dropped, and we got fully paralyzed. And now DUDUNSPARCE is around a lot longer than it needs to be. And we had to sacrifice Landorus because of that turn. I don't know, guys. I don't know what we do here. Just gonna switch. We're still in this, man. We can still win this. We can still win this. Can we win this? Okay, this is bad. I guess I just sack Darkrai. I bring in Urshifu. That sucks, man. If we had Lando here, I'd just go Lando. I don't know. I don't think it matters. I'm just gonna Sludge Bomb, I guess. I don't know. So down goes Darkrai. Okay. I bring in Urshifu. Then comes Keldeo and Electric Terra Blast and wins, because I don't have anything else to outspeed it. Well, if anything, we can at least lower the differential. Alright, so down goes Gouging Fire. I want to know the odds in that, man. I don't even know, like, how is that even likely? How likely is that to happen, right? I mean, if he specs, he just wins. It doesn't really matter what I do here. It literally doesn't matter what I do. I can try and go into Crown, maybe. Toxapex does nothing. I don't win this. We don't win. That turn just really saved him. I can try and Keldeo. I mean, I can try and Crown in hopes that he's not Specs. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Like, it sucks that we did get luck there that badly. But I mean, you can't do anything about it, right? It's Pokemon. It's part of the game. It's part of the game we play. I don't know. I don't win. Just gonna switch. Plot twist. Plot twist is we got really unlucky. This thing should be gone or severely weakened. I think he's scarfed. Would he be scarfed? No, he's not scarfed because he switched out. Do I try and Pex here maybe? Oh, it doesn't even matter because Terra Blast still 2 KOs Toxapex. So he goes for the Glare. He might Roost here. So I'm going to switch into Urshifu in hopes that he Roosts. Or he Earth Powers. Do we knock him out with Close Combat? Probably not. I just Close Combat though regardless. Down it goes. Alright, okay, so... Oh no. That's a DUDUNSPARCE. I mean, he just wins here. Terra Blast. Crown doesn't knock it out, yeah. And then he still has Donphan in the back. Is there anything we can do? think so. Oh well. Never lucky. I don't know. I mean, we had to sack our Landorus to DUDUNSPARCE. Darkrai got paralyzed because of DUDUNSPARCE. If we just didn't get paralyzed or didn't get crit, or even the Spadef drop, like we could have recovered. I mean, there's no, I'm sorry guys, there's not much to say. We got unlucky, we lost. Oh well, that sucks, man. We're what, 5? No, we're 4-2 now. I don't know where, man, you win. This doesn't matter. Why does he have protect? I don't know. Psychic, we don't KO, he knocks us out. And then we have Toxapex as the lone survivor, the lone dog standing tall. Never lucky, Pex. Never lucky. This is what I get for using Toxapex, I suppose. Oh, of course. Of course. Alright, so we still have week 7 to hopefully bounce back. We only need one more win to make playoffs, though, so that's good. We are now 4-2. And yeah, we lost week 1 because of luck, and we lost week 2 because of luck. No, sorry. What week is this? 6? Week 6. So, funny enough too, week 1, our Regenerator Mon Cyclozar got lucked. And then week 6, our other Regenerator Mon got lucked. So, yeah, I mean, never lucky. It is what it is. If you guys did enjoy the battle, make sure to like, leave a comment, answer the question of the day, which will be on your screen. And with that being said, I will see you all next time. So, thank you all for watching. Later, everybody. Hopefully, we bounce back in week 7, though.